हाँ, ये क्या हुआ? ओके। आई होप आप सब लोग अच्छे होंगे। अच्छा तो रहना ही पड़ेगा, वरना मेरी स्ट्रीम कैसे देखोगे? जश्नबाजी की शाम है। Okay, we are back to our normal life. Graphics lowest, FPS 60, bloom off, crowd density off, partial off. Okay. Controls, touchscreen, controller. Okay. तो हम किधर है? क्वेस्ट पे। तो आप सब ने जैसे कि थंबनेल देख लिया होगा, आज हम बनने वाले हैं डिटेक्टिव और नेफर की मदद करने वाले हैं वाइल्ड हंट के बारे में जानकारी हासिल करने को। हु हंटेड द मून, यही है ना? आई थिंक यही मिशन है। ये सुन, हाँ यही है। बी नेविगेट करके चलते हैं। बी यार टेलीपोर्ट, पास में कोई टेलीपोर्ट पॉइंट भी नहीं है हमारे पास में। तो टेलीपोर्ट पॉइंट्स है बट खोला नहीं है ना मैंने। मैं वैसे तो आलसी हूँ और इसकी हेल्थ इतनी कम क्यों है? ये शॉकी तोड़े को का लगा हम नीचे गिर जाएंगे? ऐसा कभी नहीं हो सकता। One there was who hunted the
really
moon.
rolling in. Quick, grab the light source. Is that a light keeper?
Oh shit.
Monsters!
It's very hard to play in this.
Bow your head. Solidify.
खेलने की आदत नहीं है कंट्रोलर में ना तो जमता ही नहीं है खेलने को, पता नहीं क्यों।
Order guide you. Stabilize.
आदत सी नहीं है यार, आदत सी नहीं है।
Hero incoming! Kapow! Charge! Justice o'clock!
Sethos down. Gather. Be sanctified. Silence.
टुकुर 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 टुकुर
This
टुकुर
monster was lurking near the lamp. That must have been a planned ambush. We're not falling for that again. There's something inside it. Some small device. Huh? Why isn't it giving off light anymore? Is it broken? Oh, we better take it with us.
Now watch. Proceed deeper with no with it.
A fight took place here. Did Flint
Oh.
leave these marks?
Is it water? क्या बता, पानी वानी नहीं रहेगा तो पता चला मैं खाई में डूब वूब गया, इससे अच्छा है दूर से ही चलता हूँ। Proceed
Is someone
deeper
there?
within to.
Please,
Okay.
help me.
Isn't that Flint's voice? Did you hear
Flint's
that?
voice.
But is that really him?
How shall the Savior save
Ah.
More baddies! Kapow! Smash down!
Settle down.
Come on, we can take them all in a one blow.
I will have order.
चल बेटा घर पे।
Bow your head. The tide beckoned. Stabilize.
Come on, let's go.
Heads up! Charge! Justice o'clock!
Settle down.
Hey, what are you doing here? ये पूरे फुल एचपी पे क्या इधर पे क्या कर रहा है? बर्तन घिस रहा है।
Volcano kablam!
Silence.
Okay, we have to go more deeper.
We'll be in trouble if these spooky shadows touch us! Quick, use the lantern!
Oh shit! Okay. कहाँ जाना है मेरे को? नहीं हाँ शिट अब क्या करूँ? ओके ठीक है क्या कहाँ जाना है मेरे को? Do I have to go there? मैं भाग भी नहीं पा रहा हूँ. Okay, I have to go there. Okay, finally we are at our location. Oh, this is okay. This is Flynn. Okay. Flynn से मुलाकात हो गई. शायद से हम फ्लिंट के इलाके में और फ्लिंट की दबा के पिटाई हो रही है. ये रहा फेक गॉड ऑफ मून. what an entry, man. Let's go. आजा भाई, भीड़ अभी हमसे भीड़.
Stronger than before. Lantern now.
Okay. What a cutscene, bro. इसको कहते हैं cutscene. Now. Let's go, man.
It escaped again.
हमने फ्लिंट्स का लैंटर्न तो बचा लिया.
This situation speaks for itself, I presume.
So, you were tangling with Rara out here all by yourself.
So, that vile phantom hiding inside the Wild Hunt has a name of his own.
Yeah, you don't look so good.
Sorry you had to see me like this. All the same, you have my sincere thanks for your aid. To think you had the power to so easily cleanse the filth staining the lantern, which tormented me so. Might I ask what magic that was? Or whose pupil you are? I believe I might have saved some face had I mastered just a fraction of such
I
abilities.
don't understand it either. Just my constitution, I think.
And an enviable constitution it is. A pity that such abilities cannot be acquired.
Why did abyssal power just burst out of your lantern anyway? Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon?
That is a long story. Many moons ago, when on Wild Hunt clearance duty, I shattered one of its cores only for a special crystalline object to fall out. I sensed a power surging within it that was at once familiar yet strangely illusory. I freely confess to being an avid collector of ancient gems, coins, and other curios. And curiosity it was that had me store this crystal inside my lantern. Afterwards, I wound up collecting a few more such crystals quite by accident, and discovered that they could merge into a single piece without my prompting. Though my understanding ends there. It was only recently that they began slowly emitting abyssal energy, which could neither be dispelled nor weakened.
Is that what rarer clink belonged to him? That must be what he's after then!
I concur. And here's the kicker. Before he was exceedingly weak. In fact, I've already beaten him several times, though I could not destroy him completely. But I noticed while engaging him that the crystal fragment would restrict my powers. Alas, he has proved most fixated upon this fragment.
If this object is
And for some reason,
contaminated by the
his strength has
abyss,
grown by leaps
why
and bounds
carry
since
it
I last
on
encountered
your
him.
person? Why carry it on your person?
And where, might I ask, would it be safe? Or do you think it wiser I threw it away? Were our places switched, would you discard it? Knowing that its perilous might was beyond your ability to counteract, yet capable of causing greater harm should it lie beyond your grasp.
Yeah! Throwing it away would mean giving the bad guy what he wants. But exposing yourself to its corrosion and growing weaker by the day, that sounds super dangerous too.
Only those who shoulder risks are qualified to welcome in the turning of the tide. Those who flee when troubles come are nothing more than deserters. Though I shan't deny that I have your fortuitous arrival and most outstanding assistance to thank for my continued ability to speak such platitudes. Either way, it seems this fragment is now utterly still. That must have made it useless to Rerear. I doubt he would have retreated so readily otherwise. I imagine this wasn't the only reason you came looking for me, though?
Well, no, but
You briefly tell Flynn about okay.
I
Can
see.
you think of a reason why Rarer would try to frame you?
To use the Lightkeepers to find me, I suspect. I did not inform anyone of my true whereabouts, so he should have had more difficulty tracking me down. They alone have the ability to quickly pinpoint my position. Our Sergeant Major has a Kuvaki-powered device that can be used to detect others who bear a lantern. They usually don't pay my whereabouts much mind unless they absolutely must find me.
you mean this thing?
Yes. Where did you pick this up?
We found it inside a lantern. Emily.
It must belong to a Ratnik dispatched to investigate the area, who, it seems, dropped everything and fled the moment they saw the Wild Hunt massing to strike. Well, at least they're not dead.
Guess it's not surprising how they found you so fast then. But if Rerir could have shapeshifted into Sosi, why didn't he just use that Kavaki device to find you himself?
Were he to use it, that device would likely fail to act as it should, owing to abyssal interference.
Ah, guess that explains it.
So not only is this Rerir ruthless, but a purveyor of dirty tricks too. You might not be familiar with Sergeant Major Sosi, but he put his heart and soul into every mission. Our deployments are subject to orders from headquarters, and his orders were to be stationed long-term in Nasha Town. As such, he was very seldom able to go back and visit his family. He worked so hard, seeking to produce excellent results that might convince them to transfer him out.
Oh,
But every year they would say, wait a little longer. Wait a little longer. He often wondered if it was because he was lacking somehow. In truth, everyone had nothing but the highest praise for him. But good work does not always lead to good outcomes. The higher-ups would think, he's doing great where he is. Let him stay there forever. A most convenient choice for them, at least. Whereas his subordinates would think, wouldn't it be a shame if we were to lose such a talented, easygoing boss? So he waited. And he waited. Until the world closed its eyes in the depths of the night, and a lantern was slowly lit for him alone, that no one could see.
It's a tragic story.
One that has played out many times throughout history. Another reason to take this Rerir's head.
oh. At least we now know that he's looking for these fragments inside Wild Hunt anomalies.
And yet, what did the Sergeant Major have to do with any of this? Why did he have to die?
Could Rarer be angry that the cannon Sosi set up to fire destroyed the fragments he wanted to collect?
Could you take me to the scene of the crime?
Scene of the crime, but you are a suspect in this case, or probably. चलते हैं, लेके चलते, कोई बात नहीं है.
We shall just have to exercise some discretion then.
क्या प्रॉब्लम है इसको? ये भी अंदर क्यों धस रहा है पता नहीं. Jikali lipav, jikali lilipav. Return to the crime scene in the Nasha town. Settings, touchscreen, controller. चलो अचीवमेंट्स कंप्लीट करते हैं. यहाँ से टेलीपोर्ट करके देखते हैं. नाशा टाउन का टेलीपोर्ट पॉइंट वाला पास में. Okay, we are here.
Running late again.
I understand the situation more or less. Much has happened, I see. Either way, I suppose we were lucky not to receive a warm welcome on the way over here. It seems my fellow lightkeepers do not wish to make this case public just yet.
Yeah. Guess Nasha Town's already been enough of a mess lately.
Let's stop here. Any further and the Ratniki might detect us. Since you two can enter, I'll have to request that you kindly pick me up once you're inside.
Oh? And how are we supposed to do that?
You'll know when the time comes. See you later.
Still acting all mysterious. But he seemed pretty confident, so guess we gotta trust him. Hello?
Ah, you're the special assistants for this investigation, right?
Yep, that's us.
Sorry, I know it's a bit late, but there's a couple of things we'd like to take a look at.
Well, you're just in time. We're basically done investigating the crime scene. All that's left is to finish writing up some records. Then properly dispose of Sergeant Major Sosi's remains. If there's anything else you'd like to look into, this is your last chance to do so.
Find anything new?
Sadly, no. The motive behind the killing remains a mystery. And while we somehow managed to get news of Flint's, an unexpected accident caused us to miss him. But considering that Nefer from the Curatorium of Secrets came forward to help investigate, I have no doubt that a breakthrough's not far off.
Expert use of delaying tactics on her part. Excellent work.
We'll do our part too. Alright, we're going in. See you later. Phew, we're in. Thanks to Nefer's reputation, once again. But we still know nothing about how Flint's is gonna enter, or how we'll pick him up. Never mind how we'll leave later on. Something the matter?
There's a strange light by the window.
Huh. That looks like Flint's lantern. But where is he exactly? Well, we've got the lantern. What now? Oh, Paimon almost screamed out loud. You never
Now
said you could
that's
do
what
magic
I
like that.
call ongoing. A call going incognito.
This lantern may have a rather peculiar shape, but so long as it doesn't glow, it won't stand out in the dark. I calculated that you would have already entered, so I chose a spot visible from the window before using light to send you a signal. As I thought, you're both sharp-eyed and on the ball.
The perks of being veteran adventurers, huh?
What you just did, surely that can't be accomplished through elemental power alone.
Your composure is more impressive still. You're right. That required a little trick of my own. But let us leave such trivial topics for a more relaxed moment. Our time is limited after all. Just as I thought. Come, try sensing it yourself.
It's very faint, but there is some residual power near the wound that feels identical to the
Identical
abyss
powers
energy.
must flow from the same source. It was the Wild Hunt, then, that took my form and killed the Sergeant Major.
To sow chaos by depriving the Lightkeepers of...
If the Wild Hunt's true form is powerful enough to stand against the world as you claim, I fear not even the full force of Lightkeepers could stand against him, let alone the handful of us stationed in Nasha Town. He would have no reason whatsoever to pick quarrels with individual ants. Let's look again more closely. We must leave no stone
They
unturned.
said that the crime scene investigation is already complete. There should no longer be a need to keep this place exactly as is.
Well, that makes things simpler. In that case, allow me to disturb the fallen. May the ghost flame guide your spirit. May you rest in peace. When we fought, he seemed like quite a reckless foe. Certainly not the meticulous mastermind type. Yet here we are, grappling with this enigma he has left us.
Oh, if we can't get any leads, we might have to go back and find Nefer. Oh, the longer we're stuck here, the likelier he is to achieve his goal. This is so frustrating.
कुछ तो याद आ गया ट्रैवलर को. Paimon, look at the flashing light on his arm.
You mean this?
I'm not well versed in machinery, but that means his mechanical arm is malfunctioning, right? It might have been broken in combat.
No, that's not right. Paimon remembers this signal. We saw it before while repairing the cannon. It doesn't mean that the components are damaged. It just means that they're due for regular maintenance, so the device has stopped operating. But the real problem is that...
When we were fixing the cannon, his arm was working just fine.
Yeah, he even helped us find the maintenance port. It could still be a coincidence, but considering it hasn't been long at all since we were repairing that cannon...
The Soci you met could have been Rerir in disguise. In other words, he played the Sergeant Major before...
If something needed maintenance, you'd go registered it with Nasha Town's repairman.
You mean Hintsa?
We had a short chat with him once at the
Hintsa.
tavern, but it's so late. Guess it'll have to wait till tomorrow.
I know where he lives. The situation is critical, so let us now take up the role of uninvited guests ourselves. Ah, yes. And one more
Okay,
thing.
तो इसका कहना है हम बिन
Remember
बुलाए
to
मेहमान
pick
बन
me
के
up by
जाते
the
हैं.
window.
Hinsa's residence.
Running late again.
Oh, it's you two. On Flint's. Given the hour, I guess it must be an emergency.
It
हाँ
is
भाई
indeed.
emergency ही
Our
है.
sincerest apologies for interrupting your rest. We are investigating a certain matter in connection with Sergeant Major Soci. We'd like to know if he has sent you a request for maintenance to be performed on his mechanical arm.
Sosi. Oh, so the rumors I heard, are they true? You know what? Forget it. I'm sure it's complicated. No further questions from me. Just a moment. I need to check my records.
Thank you for your understanding.
Got it. 8 days ago, he came to request a round of regular maintenance. But as it happened, I had run out of the required components. His mechanical arm is especially sophisticated, having been designed by Aino personally. The parts, too, could only be made by her. As such, they usually take several days to arrive. In fact, this time, he even asked me if we could push his request forward. And I understood, completely. Not being able to use your hand, that's rough for anyone. But even more so if your job involves fighting out in the wild. So I did my best to convince Aino to rush the job. And eventually, the parts arrived. 3 days ago, if I remember correctly. I sent word to the Lightkeepers immediately, but he never showed up. I assumed he was just out on some mission or other. What's with those faces? Everything alright?
You've provided us with some very crucial information, Hinza. You have our thanks. We can't make everything public yet, but once our investigation is complete, I will return to thank you and provide an explanation on behalf of all the Lightkeepers.
No worries. Just glad I could help.
Thanks. Good night.
Good night. Hope the investigation goes well.
It seems that it is as we guessed. The Sergeant Major Sosi you encountered while repairing the cannon was actually 8 days ago. He had yet to act. With the immense gap in strength between them, the job was finished in a single. Perhaps his mastery of shapeshifting extends only to outward form, and not therefore to complex internal mechanisms. Hence his oversight.
You're saying he thought no one would realize his mechanical arm is actually made of some kind of black muck on the inside, so long as it worked, right? Still seems like there's a lot of guesswork involved here, but
that means
it mostly makes
that
sense.
the only thing he did as Sosi was fire the cannon.
This also has me stumped for the moment. The cannon has always been used to destroy the wild hunt, and it works as intended. But how would that help Rerir exactly? Assuming he plans to collect the fragments within Wild Hunt.
So we solved one mystery, only to dig up another. This is getting Paimon kind of down. And sleepy too.
We've been on edge for too long, it seems.
Yes, I'd say it is high time we took a break. Seems like there's a lot left to investigate. We'll have to fight Rerir eventually. And we'll do a poor job if we're not well rested.
Yeah, we should totally get some sleep first.
Want to rest a day in Nasha Town. Your residence is quite far away.
A reasonable suggestion. I have no doubt that my quarters have been turned inside out by now, at any rate. My colleagues have never failed to live up to my expectations of their discourtesy.
Well, guess we'll just have to pick you up as usual.
That would be good, yes. Feel free to put the room costs on my tab.
स्ट्रीम का तो हर बार का है। सर स्ट्रीम की भी गलती नहीं है, फ़ोन भी लैग हो रहा है। मतलब लैग नहीं हो, सॉरी, फ़ोन भी हीट हो रहा है और वो नीचे का जो बर्फ़ है उस पर ध्यान नहीं जा रहा है। अरे कट भी तो नहीं हो रहा है ना ना। और फिर से कंट्रोलर पे सिलेक्ट कर। वो जेंसिन अपने आप डिटेक्ट क्यों नहीं करता है? Okay, so we are at our
Phew,
lodge.
back inside. We can finally take a breather. Okay, Paimon. In and out.
In and out. Nonsense, Paimon.
I suppose we could all take a moment to unwind. Had you already sensed the unique power within my lantern at that time?
Yes, which is why I asked you to give it to me.
I see. Words truly do fail to capture your superlative insight. Fortunate then that abyssal energy was only leaking from the fragment in minuscule amounts when we first met. Or I might have been in for a real interrogation.
Yeah. Hard to say how that would have played out. We've had a whole bunch of unpleasant run-ins with the Abyss.
Rerir seems fixated on you, and you on him.
You mean to ask why I'm going this far to oppose him? Well, as a light keeper, I'd say I'm simply doing my job.
Come on, don't play games with me.
Yeah! You're covered in more mysteries than Paimon could shake a skewer at. You can't just get out of explaining yourself by making lame excuses.
All right. I suppose I do owe you some honesty, whether out of gratitude or the need to build trust. Your deductions have been quite correct. Should one wish to conceal oneself within a lantern, elemental power alone... You know humans well, but some things...
So...
Have you heard of how this race is...
We've heard...
I once turned my heart toward humanity, and thus did I experience loss. When you realize you are floating in the middle of a vast ocean, you cannot help but feel that swimming in any direction... Would it not be better then to simply sink? But before I could sink to truly lightless depths, chance had it that I should be awakened by a band of Ratniki. They were facing a horde of abyssal monsters. Those who dwell in darkness for long enough become exceedingly sensitive.
Is that why you chose to...
Perhaps I was moved by their valor. But I was freshly awoken. The survivors and I buried the fallen heroes. That was the origin of the Final Night Cemetery.
And that's why you choose to become a light keeper.
Well,
Hmm.
well, I believe it. Nonetheless, there are still some things I will... Tomorrow I shall go and check our records to see if I can find any connection between the Wild Hunt, Rerir, and the cannon.
Will you need us to get you where you need to be?
Oh,
Can...
thanks for the reminder. And even if someone is waiting, I have ways around that. I am the master of...
Alright then.
I didn't take you for
मुझे
the
आगे
cautious
सुपर
sort.
चैट्स क्यों नहीं दिख
Anyway,
रहा है?
I hope you'll help me keep this a secret. I'd prefer others not to know about my past unless
Don't worry, I
strictly
won't
necessary.
say a
Paimon's
thing.
lips are sealed.
All right.
Finally, we can rest. Let's go get some sleep.
Okay.
You're tense.
And finally I can select touch screen to controller. Where is my room? Okay. Return into your room and just sleep. मेरे को पता है बाहर कुछ तो गड़बड़ हुई है। हम जैसे ही जाएंगे फ्लिंस किसी ना किसी मुसीबत में होगा। हाँ, ये क्या?
Hey, where's Flint? Is he here or isn't he?
लगा ही था।
We would be most obliged if you would pipe down a little, dear guest. Our other guests are resting.
Resting? We're all about to be done for, and you're talking about rest? Flint is a wild hunt shapeshifter, here to deceive us all. If we don't get rid of him now, there'll be no end to this.
You'd better give him up. If anything happens, your business here is done for. You want that, huh?
Or are you in cahoots with him? You with the wild hunt too, huh?
What happened? Did something leak out? But we were so careful last night. How did anyone see us?
Something fishy about this. I doubt it's because of anything we did. Something fishy about
What do you
this.
mean?
They clearly know something. Why else would they be talking about a wild hunt shapeshifter?
This is so confusing. What do we do? These people are no match for Flint, but they're super heated right now. It's not like all the unusual stuff about him will make it any easier to explain either.
Let's go buy some time.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey! Let us in now!
My apologies. My apologies.
Hold on. Calm down, everyone.
What into that is the meaning of this racket? Are you intent on depriving both the Voynich Guild and the Curatorium of Secrets of even a moment's rest? Boss, do we really have to entertain people who don't respect the rules? Call a few of your boys and have them thrown out.
And what hole did you crawl out of?
A watering hole, of course. The one you've just disturbed. A place to get a moment's respite from all the recent unhappiness, and to escape from all this talk of the wild hunt, or strange ghosts and phantoms. Who'd have guessed people like you would come bursting in, shrieking louder than any ghoul?
This is a matter of utmost importance. We've got solid evidence. All we need now is to confront Flint face to face. Exactly. And you sure don't look like an impartial party either, Nefer.
Oh, don't I now? How about this then, boss? Let them do their search. If they find their man, they can have their little chat. But if they don't, then they owe everyone here an apology, as well as compensation for all the racket they've caused.
Wait, it's... Oh?
All right. I suppose that's the only way. If we don't let them in now, they'll be back sooner or later. What a mess.
Oh. All right, then.
Well, I'd say that sounds like an impartial proposal. What say you? Or are you suddenly unsure of yourselves?
Come on, everyone! Move it!
No sign of Flint.
But how can that be? Hasn't he always stayed here?
Done searching, are we? Guess it's time to uphold your end of the bargain, huh?
इसने चमेड़ धर दिया उसको।
So, Paimon, you've been waiting to ask me something, haven't you?
Yeah. How did they even find us here?
My inside man with the Lightkeepers informed me that you paid the crime scene a late-night visit. I surmise that you must have rendezvoused.
Oh my goodness.
Then, early this
Nice.
morning, a group of people gathered at the town
ये setting
gates,
मुझे आज पता
news
चली।
spreading amongst them
Literally
that
आज
the
पता
wild
चली।
hunt could disguise itself by taking on familiar faces. Everyone started
But
throwing
उसकी
out the
ज़रूरत
names
क्या
of
है?
possible
क्या पता
suspects.
हो सकती है
No
ज़रूरत?
one seemingly was exempt. And amidst it all,
कुछ कह नहीं
Flintz's
सकते।
name started gaining more and more traction. I'm sure his solitary
यहाँ कुछ भी हो
lifestyle
सकता
may have
है,
played a
कुछ
part,
भी
but I
मतलब
wouldn't
कुछ
discount
भी।
Rerir throwing fuel on the fire in secret.
So, did Flint's make his escape after hearing about this? And that's where I, Yehoda, the quick-witted, fleet-footed backbone of the curatorium, got my chance to shine. While everyone was super focused on the argument in the main hall, I alone noticed an opening.
I got her to climb up to a window to help Flint's out, only for her to return with nothing but a lantern.
Aw, come on, pause. I was just getting started.
We initially intended to bring Flint's back to the curatorium and wait those people out, but I never expected this to be all that was left. I imagine, though, that he wouldn't have left something that was so seemingly important to him behind.
Might he intend to come back and get it later? Maybe. I'm not sure. Well, he's out of harm's way now, so that's not super important, right?
Alexander Zinchenko.
What Paimon means to say is, we got lots of new intel to share.
All right, then. Yehoda, contact the others. We're going to need all hands on deck.
Arsenal.
Let's have this discussion over at my place.
City, Brewery, AC Milan.
These are bounties. If you want to negotiate prices,
Here's the thing.
you'll find us fleet
Can't
market.
live life without a little
They
spice.
finished their talks. Okay. Go to the curatorium of secret to inform your companions
For starters, I
of
recommend
the
you drink
new
less.
intel. ये न्यूविलेट ऊपर चढ़ता है तो देखो कैसे चढ़ता है। एक बुढ़ा कैसे चढ़ता है, झुक के वैसे चढ़ता है ये। अभी सीधा हो गया, देखा। न्यूविलेट की बहुत ज़्यादा उम्र है। जोंगली कैसे चलता है। जोंगली झुक के नहीं चल रहा है, देखा जाए तो जोंगली तो सीधे ही चल रहा है। चेस्ट लेना ज़रूरी है।
One man's stone is another man's gem.
जोंगली सीधा ही चलता है। शेन्यून कैसे चलती है। ये भी वैसे ही चल रही है। ये तो मोटी है, ये तो बहुत ही तेज भागती है। ओ भाई जरा धीरे चल। सेकंड फ्लोर कोर्चेरियम, नेफर का बेस। फ्लिंस यहीं पे ही है, उसका लेंटन दिख गया।
I see. So Flint's has a fragment taken from within a wild hunt anomaly.
लोमा भी आ गई, इनेफा भी आ गई
Is he
और
gonna be
आयना भी आ
okay now that he's on his own again?
गई। सबके सब है
Earlier,
इधर
he
पे।
said that the
बहुत
fragment had
बड़ा
gotten
मीटिंग
still,
है ये।
so it's probably of no use to Rare now. In that case, Rear shouldn't have any reason to keep pursuing him, right? So, was all that ruckus back at the flagship just an act of spite? Or what?
If I were him, I would have simply turned my attention to collecting other fragments.
A reasonable course of action. Remember what we heard back at the tavern? The actual number of Wild Hunt anomalies destroyed has been greater than Lightkeeper records would indicate. Some of these must have been Rerear's doing. He must have been seeking more fragments.
This much is pretty easy to understand, but why would he pretend to be Soci and put so much effort into getting the cannon up and running again? Maybe because that'd be more efficient than having to clear anomalies
Lynch
himself.
mentioned that if the cannon were cannon were fired at the Wild Hunt, the fragments would be blasted into oblivion too.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm confident that the ammo we're packing has the oomph to do that. But I am a mechanic after all. For me, test data and their conclusions speak loudest. Oh, why don't we find a few of those fragments ourselves and use Kuvaki to carry out a little experiment?
Our lab could certainly accommodate such a test.
मुझे
In other
कोई तो
words,
ऐसी
We
कैरेक्टर
gotta
चाहिए जो
destroy a couple of
लूनर कर
anomalies
सके
and collect
यार.
fragments from them,
मेरे
right?
पास लूनर कैरेक्टर कोई भी
Lightkeeper
नहीं है.
operations have just about ceased following the Sergeant Major's passing. Meanwhile,
लूनर रिएक्शन
the
वाली
Wild
चाहिए
Hunt
मेरे
continues
को.
to grow in scale by the day. I fear only we can keep the situation under control now.
Then we best act fast. Paimon's got a bad feeling about this.
मम्मी
A feeling we all
Oi.
share, I'm afraid.
मम्मी बर्फ आणला काय?
There are 3 Wild Hunt.
Works for me. Enough and I will take our workshop assistants to deal with one of the sites.
The Curatorium will handle another.
And we Frostmoon Scions shall deal with the remaining one.
Paimon didn't think she'd ever get to see everyone here carrying out a plan together like this. Never mind you. This is a first for me, too. Let's head out then. We'll meet back up at my lab with the fragments.
If you run into Rerer, do not engage him. He is grown much stronger since our last encounter. He grown much stronger. Okay.
Understood.
Time is of the essence now. Our foe could make his next move at any moment, so we must stay in contact with one another.
Gotcha. Stay safe, everyone.
ठेव फ्रीजर मध्ये घेतो.
Huh. Anyone seen the lantern? Has Flint's dropped by already? Well, considering what you said earlier,
Okay.
you know where we're going next, right?
एक कांड हो गया है. फ्लिंस का लैंटर्न यहाँ पे था, वो गायब हो गया है. सबने नज़रअंदाज किया है. मुझे पता है इसको नज़रअंदाज करके कोई फ़ायदा नहीं है. आगे देखते हैं. गो टू द फाइनल नाइट सिमेट्री टू मीट फ्लेंस. फ्लेंस है ही नहीं वहाँ पे. होता तो वो हमसे मिलके जाता ना. ऐसे क्यों उसका लैंटर्न गायब होता? कुछ तो झोल झपाटा है. टेलीपोर्ट ही करना पड़ेगा. 2000 मीटर दूर है वो. इतना दूर है? क्या मैं यहाँ पे टेलीपोर्ट हो सकता हूँ? नहीं, टेलीपोर्ट तो नहीं हो सकता, तो मुझे यहाँ पे टेलीपोर्ट होना पड़ेगा। एक मिनट, क्या मैं लिटरली टेलीपोर्ट नहीं हो सकता? या एक भी टेलीपोर्ट पॉइंट नहीं है और मुझे ये भी खोलना पड़ेगा? मैं पहले ये खोल लेता हूँ, एक मिनट, पहले हम जाके ये खोलते हैं। चलो, वैसे भी स्टैचू बगल में ही है। ये रहा। अब कोई कट सीन the world open itself before those with novel hearts. यहाँ तीसरा पेड़ भी है। ठीक है भाई, ये भी सही चलेगा। यहाँ पे एक ये है ना, डोमेन किस चीज़ का है ये? अरे आइटम डिटेल्स ही नहीं देखने दे रहा है मेरे को। हाँ, ओके। मॉर्निंग स्टार एंड मून, टेलीपोर्ट करंटली डिसेबल्ड। ओके, इतना खोल दिया है ना, देखते हैं अगली बार, देखते हैं वहाँ का। ज़्यादा तो इतना बंद नहीं किया है ना वो, उतना तो खुल। टेलीपोर्ट करंटली डिसेबल्ड क्या है? अच्छा, यहाँ कुछ तो कहानी चल रही थी, इस वजह से नहीं हो रहा होगा। या व्यू पॉइंट ले लेता हूँ। ओके, अभी मैप खुल के टेलीपोर्ट करते हैं। हो गया, इसका मतलब मैं वहाँ पे भी टेलीपोर्ट हो जाता। अभी छोड़ो, अभी इधर तो इधर ही सही। हमें जाना है उस तरफ। ओके, हम पहुंच गए फ्लिंस के इलाके में। जहाँ फ्लिंस भाई अपना जिंदा रहता है।
No one's guarding this place, just like he said. But
where do we find
the information he mentioned?
वो रहा फ्लिंस।
This way. Let's move.
फ्लिंस जिंदा है, ठीक भी है। मेरे को लगा उसका लेंटन गायब हो गया, इसलिए कुछ तो सीन हो गया, पर फिर भी मुझे गड़बड़ लग रही है फ्लिंस में, पता नहीं क्यों।
There you are. Okay, let's split up and make this happen. Or not. How are we supposed to read through this many files?
इतनी सारी फाइल पढ़नी पड़ेगी। Yeah, this
Difficult,
might be.
yes, but it is also our most efficient option. To expose the true intentions of this Rorir, we need to dive into Notcry's history.
Rorir.
Hope we don't land on our heads then.
वो Rorir को प्रोनाउंस कर रहे हैं, जबकि रो का ओ तो है ही नहीं, ई है। What's the matter? A ghost. What's the matter?
That file suddenly moved by itself. This is a graveyard, right, Flint? Do these things just kind of happen?
Many strange things happen here, but this is not one of them.
But
कोई बाहर नहीं आने वाला है। तेरे को लगता है आत्माएं बाहर आएंगी अभी तेरे को बात करने को?
Wild Hunt Phenomenologue?
किसी भूत ने हमको सीधा वही फाइल उठा के दे दी जिसमें वाइल्ड हंट का नाम है, with a similar title to.
Are we being given hints?
Yes, हमें hints मिल रहा है, भूत हमें hints दे रहे हैं।
Really? Hey, seriously, another one? Okay then.
ओके अब ये मत बोला धीरे धीरे करके तुम 10-15 बुक यहाँ पे रख दोगे, इतना तो मैं तो वहीं पढ़ने नहीं वाला, मैं स्किप कर दूंगा। मैं सीधा जो मेन पॉइंट रहेगा उधर पे जाके खड़ा हो जाऊंगा।
The material I've read through has all been about past Wild Hunt incidents of enormous scale.
Pretty
What about
much
you?
the same here.
Paimon as well. Guess that makes 3 of us.
What?
Alright. Paimon will go fetch hers. All these incidents look pretty different.
Wait. I've noticed something. Before the occurrence of these huge Wild Hunt... And look. All these smaller scale...
They'd be detected, but would go inactive before any forces could be sent to deal with them. They could then be sealed directly.
Some of these records are too old. I doubt he had regained the ability to act freely yet. Or we would have met long ago.
And here's another similarity. Kuvaki in nearby soil completely drained. Could this be important somehow?
Kuvaki and the Wild Hunt are mutually opposed forces. We Lightkeepers previously believed that these small Wild Hunt sites would but now that we've synthesized all this data, there is a key issue this hypothesis cannot explain.
If the Wild Hunt's power had already been neutralized, why would another large-scale Wild Hunt occur soon after?
Indeed.
पहला वाला ही click
Despite the name, I would not call a Tide Seal Stone's sealing powers watertight exactly. But for it...
Paimon feels like she's almost got it.
हमारा कैरेक्टर इतना कब से सोचने लगा है? He can use Kuvaki.
Yes, that might be it. It could be that when Kuvaki and Abyssal energies meet, the stronger side will suppress the weaker one. And while Kuvaki can indeed destroy small-scale Wild Hunt anomalies, should Rerir be strong enough, the Kuvaki might be his for the taking instead.
Paimon kinda gets where we're going with this.
The Abyss always seeks to corrupt.
What are you referring to?
We had a real close encounter with the Abyss in Netland. It's a force that tries to taint everything. It's hard to explain in detail, but
So
basically,
Rerir
your
also
reasoning
grew
makes sense.
stronger on account of the cannon being fired.
Was there a gap between him pretending to be Sergeant Major Sosi and the cannon being fired?
There was. Aino needed to make some adjustments after we finished those repairs. Rerir, disguised as Sosi, left at that point. Leaving him more than enough time to shapeshift into you, return to the Lightkeeper's office and set up the crime scene, before heading over to the cannon's target area and absorbing the Kuvaki.
It all makes sense. And all that just for the fragment I had with me. It begs the question, what makes it so special that he needs it so badly?
That's still a mystery. Knocking. कोई तो आया है.
That's odd. We shouldn't have any guests. I'll go take a look.
एक बदक आया है.
It's
जरूर लोमा ने भेजा
an
रहेगा.
ibis.
It's carrying a letter!
लोमा ने
Lala
भेजा. मैं
must have
बोला
sent
ना.
it. She can speak to little animals. Let's see here.
Situation urgent. The cannon began operating shortly after we left Nasha Town and is preparing to fire. It is locked on to Star Sand Shoal. Please return to Nasha Town and assist with all haste. Lauma.
ये क्या
That's gotta
चल
be
रहा है?
Rare Ear's doing. But why is he using the cannon again? Didn't he already fire
अरे
it
ये
once
रेयर
before?
है कौन?
No time for speculation.
अरे इसको क्या
He's already
दिक्कत है
made his
भाई?
preparations. If
कहानी
you
अच्छी
recall,
खासी
if this
चलती है,
bombardment
कोई तो
continues to
अजीबोगरीब
increase
सा
his
विलन आ
strength,
जाता है।
he might.
विलन की तो उसमें दम भी नहीं
Let's go
रहता
to
है।
the cannon. One moment.
न्यूविलेट का एक कैनन खा के मर जाते हैं लोग।
Go! Fly!
चलो अभी हमें उधर भागना ही पड़ेगा और कोई ऑप्शन ही नहीं है।
You're here, as expected.
Humans, you never change.
Richer of
Always trying to use powers you
Okay.
neither comprehend nor control. But it is also thanks to you that I found a way to return.
You've messed with the
एक
cannon
कमीना
again,
फिर
huh?
से आ गया।
Sorry, but this
ओके
round's
इसी का ही
not
नाम
gonna go your
रेरर है।
way.
ठीक है यही है वो रेरर। ठीक है।
Such, but will the when
ये
all
पिछली
this
बार हमसे मार खा के गया है।
hunt surging up everywhere they look, the cannon must seem like their only lifeline.
और जिस हिसाब से ये हंस रहा है ये अपना कुछ उखाड़ नहीं पाएगा।
To them,
So that's why you riled them all up. You were baiting them. Controller connection error. Please reconnect your controller or restart the game to exit. Oh no. Controller error. What the heck is this? ऐसा कुछ भी होता है? पता ही नहीं था। मेरे को लगा नेट चला गया। मैं बोला ये नेट कैसे जा सकता है? ये एक मिनट। लिक्विड और डिब्रीज इन यूएसबी पोर्ट। अनेबल यूएसबी पोर्ट अनेबल टू डिटेक्ट। हाँ नो इसके अंदर पानी तो नहीं गया। पानी तो नहीं गया, नहीं चला गया। लेकिन इसके अंदर पानी कैसे गया? चार्जिंग लगा के पता चलेगा चल रहा है कि नहीं। चार्जिंग लगा के तो ये शायद से गिल्ला होके इसमें शायद से एक दो बूंद चली गई तो ये स्टॉप हो गया। इसको थोड़ा ऐसे रखना पड़ेगा जिससे पानी से भी बचता रहे। ये क्या कर सकते हैं हम? मेरा डोंगल कनेक्ट क्यों नहीं हो रहा है अभी? हैं? ऐसा तो यूजुअली होता नहीं है।
You're here, as expected.
ओके ये भी गिल्ला है। गिल्ला या ठंडा ये भी नहीं समझ आ रहा है। ओके ये कनेक्ट हुआ। इसमें शायद पानी गया है जिससे मैंने ये डोंगल कनेक्ट किया है। हाँ इसी में पानी गया।
humans, you never change. Always trying to use powers you neither comprehend nor control.
वेट सेकेंड गाइस, इसमें पानी गया है पता नहीं कैसे, लेकिन ये चल नहीं रहा है अभी.
But it is also thanks to you that I found a way to return.
You've messed with the cannon again, huh? Sorry, but this round's not gonna go your way.
Such faith in your companions. But will the inhabitants of Notchtown understand why they wish to stop the cannon? I think not. When all they see is the wild hunt surging up everywhere they look, the cannon must seem like their only lifeline. This is the truth I have revealed to them.
अरे यार 1 मिनट रुको यार, शिट. अरे यार कंट्रोलर फ़ोन में कनेक्ट ही नहीं हो रहा है मेरा.
Always trying to use powers you neither comprehend nor control. But it is also thanks to you that I found a way to return.
You've messed with the cannon again, huh? Sorry, but this round's not gonna go your way.
Such faith in your companions. But will the inhabitants of Notch Town understand why they wish to stop the cannon? I think not. When all they see is the wild hunt surging up everywhere they look, the cannon must seem like their only lifeline. This is the truth I have revealed to them.
So that's why you rile them all up.
They did this all of their own volition. The zealous worship of power leads only to annihilation of equally zealous proportions.
You were waiting for us to leave Nasha Town then.
Of course. I imagine the one
कोई
you
ऑप्शन
call
ही नहीं
unknown
है.
have managed to
आज
stop
तो
the
स्ट्रीम
cannon
बिन
otherwise.
मतलब का बंद करना पड़ेगा.
Shame then that you proved
क्यों?
one step too
क्योंकि मेरा
slow.
कंट्रोलर काम नहीं कर रहा है और मेरा चार्जर भी काम नहीं कर
The
रहा है.
townspeople will bar the path of all who seek to stop the cannon. And your kind-hearted
मुझे नहीं सुनना है इसकी बातें. मेरा कंट्रोलर इधर कनेक्ट नहीं हो रहा है. इतना गुस्सा आ रहा है मेरे को.
Traveler! Behind you! Look at that look!
हट यार. एक कहानी खत्म नहीं होती है, दूसरी लेके आता है ये. आप फालतूगिरी है यार. हो ना भाई, खत्म हो. मेरे को मेरा कंट्रोलर कनेक्ट नहीं हो रहा है. मेरा एक तो हाथ एक के बाद एक नई मुसीबत आके खड़ी होती है ना ऐसे दिमाग पे. अब क्या फालतूगिरी कर रखी है.
Who fired up the cannon without my say-so?
Its defensive barrier has also been activated.
The air is thick with fear and anxiety. You're here. Look, Yehoda's gone.
I'm back! I'm back! Oh, but that's not even the worst of it. Lots of folks don't even believe the cannon can prevent this crisis. So they're getting ready to make a run for it.
How could this unprecedented danger brings up even those who, after all, even sub... Well, affirmative.
About what?
They might. For example, he might have spread a rumor that the wild hunt would take your form.
Possibility. We will face strong
There's no time. Let's go into the town. I'll find some way to calm the townspeople.
अरे खत्म भी नहीं हो रहा है.
You're back.
ये तो
Wait, what? Isn't that the cannon's
assessing.
So if we can't prevent the cannon from being fired,
Then he's prepared.
शेट यार, खत्म कर इनकी बातें. फ्रस्ट्रेना तक
And we
फ्रस्ट्रेशन हो
must
रहा
ensure
है
that his trust...
थैंक गॉड. अरे यार, मैं अभी कंट्रोलर नहीं कनेक्ट कर सकता. मेरे को ऐसे करना पड़ेगा. इवन मैं भाग तक नहीं सकता हूँ. मैं जाके दूसरा बर्फ लेके आता हूँ.
Most of those we've met so far have been attempting to escape, so they haven't gotten in our way. But it won't be so easy from here on out. Looks like they formed groups to protect the cannon. If they believe that we're with the Wild Hunt, we'll have no choice but to force our way through.
Is that Lady Lama? But are you really her? It's you, Rixa. I believe you recognize this power, having lived on Hisi Island for so long. It is not something that anyone else could imitate. I do, yes. So it really is you, my lady. But why are you here? Really, I believe you, but the others, well, they'll be on high alert. The townspeople have been misled into believing that they needed to activate the cannon. I am here to stop them. But I know what you wish to say. Our island and Nasha Town have never had close ties. There should be no reason for me to intervene. But you chose to leave the island. You had the resolve and the courage to start a new life. It is unfair, unjust, that you should be dragged into this mess just as that life was about to begin. I seek to redress this injustice, not only for you, but for everyone here who wishes to live their lives free from this chaos. Please, have faith in our long-standing friendship, and that this is where my heart has led me. Thank you, my lady. Thank you. Please help us. Then come. I need you to step forward alongside me, and to do your part too. All right, I understand.
Seems we chose the right person for the job. All right, everyone. Let us meet again later.
Huh? You're not coming with us?
We won't be able to calm this storm by our power alone. As such, I'll need to contact some... let's call them friends in high places, shall we? Let's go, Yehoda.
Okay.
Guys, I'm
See you
ending
again,
the
everyone.
stream.
That is, if we can.
It's very urgent. I'm ending the stream.